we are headed to go vintage shopping. We're gonna show you guys a full process of how we get our vintage to how it gets put up on our website for you guys to buy. So we're gonna kind of document that whole process. It'll be kind of a couple days in the making due to the things that we have to do to get it ready. That's kind of what this episode's gonna be about, is the whole vintage process. We're going to an undisclosed place downtown, our little LA plug. We'll probably spend 3 to 4 hours in there searching through bales and bales and bales of tees to find the perfect one, or pants or hoodies or crew necks. We'll probably go through today, I'd say close to 2,000 pieces of clothing to find maybe 100. But I truly love doing this, because it's just a passion of mine, and we want to separate ourselves from other companies that just put up any type of vintage. This isn't truly for the revenue of Elwood, it's truly for the marketing and the authenticity that we want to bring to you guys. So we really only want to give you the best of the best, and we'll continuously strive to get you the best. Then after that, we'll take it to the guy that sews in our little Elwood vintage label. Him and his team are gonna steam, press, and wash the vintage pieces before they get to you, and then they'll sew on our label. And then we'll pick that up. Then it will go to our hotel, and Jessica will then shoot it, and then Kevin will then upload it to Shopify, and then it will be live on the site. Comment below what type of tees you guys would like to see, what band, sports team, video game, and we'll do our best next time to find it. I'd probably say when I was like 17 or 18, I started liking vintage, probably rock tees. I fell in love with like that someone else has worn this shirt. Like I love history. Know me, if you don't know me, I hated school. I was horrible at school. But if I was able to go back in time, I would probably have studied history. So I think with like wearing the old t-shirts or pants that someone else has worn, and I just like the idea of being able to style something that's vintage, and that's why my vision for Elwood came about, of recreating my favorite vintage pieces so everyone can feel the way I feel when I wear vintage. Alright, we just got here. We can't take you inside, but we'll be back in probably a couple hours and show you what we got.
2 hours later.
Alright, I secured some of the goods. Not as many as I'd want, but that's what you get when you're down here, trying to get the best. But let's go get some food. We're at Kazunori, downtown LA. Sushi hand roll spot. One of my favorite quick lunch spots if you want to get your sushi fix. I like simplicity in my sushi. I don't like the crazy rolls. I just like basic.
Take a bite. Get your little bite.
This is Toro, my favorite.
Toro?
We're now going to our finisher downtown to drop off the vintage stuff, to press it, to wash it. And this process probably takes a couple days, and then they'll get it back, folded, and then we'll move into shooting the product for you guys. Alright, go drop this off. Hola! The vintage. The drop went really good. All sold out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It went well, yeah. But thank you so much.
Okay.
Back at the office. Gotta go over some approvals. I'm going to Cabo tomorrow for my birthday, so I have to crank out a bunch of shit before we head on out. Okay. Welcome home.
What are we working on today?
Okay, so we got this in that will fit next week with art.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks good for sure. We just gotta figure out the color, and obviously this is gonna be a little more freezy, hopefully. This was the one standard that I really did like. Remember?
It's sent 2 other browns to try.
Okay, so potentially that's what I have here, Lauren. So here's the t-shirt. Again, it's definitely brown, but like chocolate shit brown kind of thing.
I mean, that's very brown.
Yeah, and again, like I really do like the other one now sitting next to this. This would be good for core 2 if that's what we were going for. This should be our vintage brown. Then we have that burnt olive, and then they did send this sand, which to be honest looks pretty good. I really like that color.
I like the sand. It looks good.
Yeah, let me throw it on. So with this kind of chocolate colored, this would essentially just be for sample sale.
Yep.
You guys comment below if you would like us to have like a sample sale once every 4 months or something. Could rent out a place downtown or something and just have a huge sample sale. Let us know who would come. We would love to do it if you guys would want it.
Vacation time.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Get me to Cabo.
So what's the purpose of like hanging this up and shooting it like this?
Just trying to get some more interesting content for story. Show the customer details of the vintage. It's kind of cool to, show these little guys. You don't necessarily see it. Going through this right now and picking out some of my favorites to focus on for the story.
What are you looking for when you say you're looking for a favorite?
I think the design, but also I like the feel of something, like this is really worn in. It's got like it's got good movement. It's like old as shit, beaten down. Like I really like this one.
That is dope.
Never been a fan of this band, but this is a nice shirt.
Corn. I used to love corn.
Like how long have you been shooting for Elwood?
I feel like I've grown up with these guys. Like I started shooting them as models when they were in college still.
What's up guys, it's Kevin from Elwood, and I'm gonna show you guys how we put up all the cool vintage products on our website. Follow me. Alright, so first step is we gotta find the tees that we gotta put up. We got these bad boys right here. So the first step, we're gonna usually price it around 50 to 70 depending on the tee. After we find the tees, we're gonna label them right here. Now once we have the label, we're gonna put it onto the tee. So the reason why we gotta label these tees are for inventory purposes and so that we know that each tee is different and so they're not the same as well too.
Very dope.
And then we're gonna continue that same process again one more time. We got some dope stuff coming out soon, so just want to let you guys know. Here's a little sneak peek. All you rock fans out there. I'm a metal fan too, so Slayer and Slipknot are my 2 favorite bands. All right, follow me back upstairs. All right, so after we do that, I'm just gonna give this item number as well too, and then we give it a title as well too. This is all for the website, for our purposes and for you guys as well too. Yeah, so basically what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take that item number, we're gonna take the picture. Shout out to Jess for taking really cool pictures as well too for all of our stuff. We love you, Jess. And then we're gonna upload that product into our online system, which then we'll put it on the website for you guys to buy. So I've been working at Elwood as an intern for 7 months. I help with marketing, e-commerce, social media, and some styling and videography as well from time to time. I got this opportunity through Jackson, and he presented me with this opportunity since I'm currently a marketing major and I'm getting a minor in fashion. It's a really great combination of work-life balance as well as understanding and following your passions as well too. I noticed that a lot about everyone on the creative team. They're super passionate about what they do, and you can tell they're genuine and they love it a lot, and they love what they do, especially Justin as well too. And then once we have the description, the price, and the pictures, all we gotta do is just press activate, and now we're done. Vintage tees are online for you guys ready to cop. That's the process, and thanks for following me.
Hey, what up, Tim?
What's good?
What you got?
We got some vintage here, hot off the press from the finisher. Comes in nice and folded, pressed, washed, labeled. So
These are dope.
once I put everything on the racks here, I'll kind of curate it, organize it a little bit. Might be a mix of Harley, Sport, Band, and then just some other miscellaneous stuff. So really looking for, you know, the hand feel. You don't want that really washed down garment. You know, the graphic also plays a big role.
One of the main things we're looking for is, if you see right here, a lot of these old graphics and licensing companies used to have to put the year. So you can see like 1993 there. So that's a good way to like make sure it's authentic vintage. We like to source stuff from like the 90s, 80s. A lot of faux vintage out there.
94.
94 right there. So we always try and source authentic vintage. We're fine with mixing in some pieces from like the early 2000s and stuff. I mean, it's 2021, so those are 10, 15 years old by now. But the 90s that's our era.
Okay, this is our first fit development sample of our golf polo that we were talking about in episode 1 with Bo. So this is the first look, so you're getting a live reaction to what we think. I mean, the wash looks good so far.
Wow.
Oh, it's so fucking small. What the fuck?
Is this for spec or for wash?
This is for spec. Yeah, this is all for spec. I mean, the wash looks unbelievable. The fabric feels great.
This is a little wide. But yeah, this is a nice wash.
Yeah, this is cool. I mean,
Yeah, we just gotta get the fit
for a baby. Bo, we're coming to see you later. But yeah, this is super rad. They fucking killed this for the first one. Now we just need to get it in the right fit, but the wash is unbelievable. So we're gonna have these for you guys in vintage black, vintage gray, and vintage white. And then it's gonna match back to a bottom as well. But just kind of bringing back the older golf, going away from more of like the performance stuff that's in the market everywhere, and just kind of bringing back a fashion sense to it. Let me FaceTime Bo, see if he answers.
What's up, big boy?
Big Bo. The wash came out like really good. It's just, they sent me, it's like a boys spec.
Okay.
So yeah, I can bring it to you because I'm still coming downtown later, but it's kind of like a boys spec. It must have shrunk maybe a bunch in the wash. From a first look, from the wash and like overall construction, it looks good.
Like the stitch and stuff?
The stitch is great. The placket, like I was telling you in the photo, it might be a little too wide, and or like we might want to change up.
We'll make all that.
Yeah, all that today we can change, and like the buttons and stuff to make it look a little more like authentic vintage. We can change the color or the whatever, the buttons. But honestly, Bo, the fabric and the way they finished it with some twill tape and the pick stitching, it looks really fucking good. Yeah. So I'll see you probably around.
What is this supposed to be, a medium?
Probably around
For this one.
1:30 today. 2.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Okay, bye.
I mean, this is just like our small.
I think it's
just
too
not-
tight on the arms
Yeah,
and stuff.
it needs to be dropped, but not
It's like a
baggy.
Ralph Lauren sleeve where it's like
Yeah.
hugging the
Because you
bicep.
still want to golf, but we want it to be our kind of grungy 90s fit,
Yeah.
but not at all. So it's kind of tricky.
What's up?
You get some clubs in here.
Wow. I would golf in this every fucking day if I had my size. And low key, Jack, we could still keep the arms tighter. It just needs to be more dropped and a little bigger. And you got to be able to tuck it into your pants so it doesn't come out. But dude, this is low key a fit right now. See it buttoned up like a fucking proper lad. The length, I think the width a little, like the chest can be opened up, and then the arms can be opened up because I don't have big arms and this is hugging me. Like, dude, Tim, what would you call me? Fucking Tiger's son? It's kind of sick,
Yeah, it's
bro.
cool. It's there. I mean, it's just a little small.
Yeah, but feel this.
Yeah, right. That's so cool.
Like, golfing this all day? Fuck, I might go to the fucking club in this too. We're reviewing with Bo our Heather Gray samples and our first fit of the golf polo.
Oh, you scared the fuck out of me.
Hey.
That 150 grand, back to 20.
$20,000? Why didn't you sell it? What's wrong with this?
No, we fit it as a medium. It's just little things like this. They're telling me this is a large. We open it up and there's a small. And then on the hoodie too, that had a large tag and then it's a medium. What I think happened is they sewed on the wrong tag here, but then again I don't know why.
Oh, fuck off. Not you, but
Yeah.
But the hand feel?
It's good.
You're happy?
We approved it. It's already approved.
All right, our love. Whoa.
Feel it though. It's so nice, Bo.
You do? Jesus.
We fit it with Art, so he's re-speccing. Cause on me, I'll show you, it's small, but it's not like, it's not horrible.
Oh, fucking perfect.
No, but you know what I mean. So,
Look like a soccer star.
so we opened it up,
Yeah.
an inch on each side. We drop this. We're dropping the shoulder to make it like a little bit of our thing. The length is going another inch longer here in the back.
The placket shrinking up.
The placket's gonna shrink. When we tie this all the way up,
It's just too small.
yeah, we're gonna drop it a little, and then
Make it bigger. 16
yeah,
inches
yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It's probably 14 or something.
So, Art's gonna write that
You
out.
look like a little boy.
I know, but
Can you swing?
yeah, I can swing really good. But
So I don't need to say anything then. You're going to be happy.
No.
The quality of the hand feel, the weight of the goods,
yeah,
everything.
well, that's what I wanted to review with you too. Like, I truly love this. Feels good.
But you're telling Art's going to say that we want,
Yeah.
you know, the size, you know, like what
We
to
know the
say.
size, yeah, and then we're just gonna
Okay.
send photos of what
better,
of the
higher
buttons,
quality. Yeah, okay.
And then at the end of the day, Bo, what you were saying, like, that's why it needs to somewhat be our fit, so it's not solely golf. But I mean, once this fits right, I'd wear this shirt to golf every day. Dude. Yeah, but horrible back. What is it? You just like, you don't move anything, right? It's
It's like a hinge in your shoulders.
You should try to be as soft as possible. I want a line here and I want a line here.
But these lines can be different.
What lines?
This and this.
Unless you're... I mean, I have a really good friend of mine that putts like that and he makes everything. But I mean, you know.
So hard. What the fuck?
Throw that fucking hard. I don't find it that hard at all.
Oh my god. This guy. We're dropping these vintage tees on the 28th that you've kind of seen the whole process through this video. I'm just gonna show you a couple of my favorites. So when you see this video, it'll be coming out tomorrow. One of my favorites here is just the Harley tee, super worn, super washed. Great fit for the oversized vibe. This graphic's great. The House of Harley. The Lightning, super fucking sick. Really like true vintage wash. And this, it's actually pretty cool to see. Like, this is color standards that we use to get to our vintage gray for our core t-shirts. This is truly where the inspiration comes from. This Miami Dolphins guy is super rad, old school Dan Marino. Vintage little Boston Red Sox. Green Bay Packers, super sick. Stanley Cup, super fucking sick. Mac Tools, dope back graphic. Really, really dope. Oh yeah. Look at that. And a cool little Realtree camo with contrast rib. Super sick, heavy, very heavy. Those are some of my favorites. There's a bunch in here. There's more even going on the site. We try and do vintage at least once a month. We're gonna try and start ramping it up, but I hope you enjoy. Good luck. It goes fast. 12 p.m. Pacific time, May 28th. Peace.